Hey, what do you think you're doing? What is it, Tanya? What do you think you're doing coming to our house all the time to see John? And I don't like it when you bring me this poor gift. I just wanted to bring it because it's my brother's favorite. Besides, I think it's only natural for us to go see him, don't you think? Don't be ridiculous. There's no way a poor girl like you is his sister. Where did you get these sweets anyway? We don't need this kind of crap. They're from a local store with a good reputation. John said he likes them. Good reputation? Don't make me laugh. He's a politician and quite wealthy. We're not poor like you are. I'm totally embarrassed to have this at our home. I take pride in my work. I don't deserve to be called poor, and he is very supportive. Supportive? I keep telling you, he's a brilliant politician. There's no way he would support someone who is miserable like you. I'm not depending on my brother. I'm not so sure about that. What? Because your mother is just as shabby as you are. I'm really embarrassed. I think she's just trying to depend on John for money. My mother worked very hard to raise us. Please stop insulting my mother. Oh my! I'm just telling you the truth. There's no way poor people like you can come to this mansion. You should be out doing manual labor. We don't need this poor souvenir. From now on, please don't come to our house again unless you have something important. Hey, why are you guys at our house? Didn't I tell you not to come over? I didn't invite you guys, did I? It's my brother's baby shower, so it's only natural that my mother and I should come. We don't need to be invited. No! This is my house too, you know. I don't want you guys to come in and sneak up on me like that. I was so surprised to see your ugly face on the intercom monitor. Either way, I'm sure my brother will like our gifts. Can we come in now? What's with that cocky attitude? You know what? No matter how much John welcomes you, this place doesn't belong to poor people like you. What? Look at this house. It's a mansion. You who work outside the house doing manual labor will never have a chance in life to get one. Don't you think so? Whether this house is a mansion or not, I'm here because it's my brother's house. And I don't do manual labor. You know what? He is a very good politician. You, on the other hand, are a low-educated with low income. We're living in a different world now. What do you mean? I mean, you two are very different people, even though you guys are siblings. Which means you guys are living in a totally different world. We live in a rich world, and you live in a poor world like a scumbag. No matter what you say, we are siblings. I know that. I was just joking. It's a characteristic of poor people that they don't get humor like this. Anyway, I want to say hello to my brother, so could you let us in? All right. If you're going to go that far, why don't you just come in on your own? I'll let you in. Thank you. Tanya, I can't believe it. What is this all about? We came here to celebrate my brother and his newborn baby. And this is how we are to be treated? What on earth are you talking about? I've prepared a feast for us and for our baby shower. You two are good enough just staying over the fence. I think it's perfect for the two miserable scumbags. I see. So that's how you're going to harass us. There's nothing I can do about it, you know? I mean, there are no seats for you guys. And we don't want the tables and chairs to get dirty. Huh? My house is a mansion, so the view over the fence is really beautiful, you know? The sky in the middle of winter is also very nice. I highly recommend you take a look at it. I think you should check it out. Although, I'll keep the door locked so that you can't come in. I understand how you feel. I'm sincerely dismayed. Well, I'm going home. Oh, well, goodbye. You're quite honest. That's good. If you understand who you are, don't come here again, okay? By the way, how will you explain to John that we left? I'll come up with some reasons. He's crazy about me and trusts me. He won't believe anything you guys say. I'm not going to go nuts about this. I think you are a good wife for my brother, but I don't care what you say. You're really pathetic for being so stubborn out of frustration. Well, it's okay. I don't think I'll ever see you guys again, since we live so far away from each other. I'm sorry I made you come all the way out here. Tell that to your filthy poor mother, will you? What? Don't you understand what I'm saying? I said, tell that to your filthy poor mother too. I'll forgive you if you take it back right now. I'll pretend you've never said it. Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? Why are you acting all high and mighty? I'm telling you to take it back and apologize, and that'll be the end of it. Who's going to apologize? I have nothing to apologize to you. You're not going to apologize? All right. Then I don't care what happens to you anymore. What can you possibly do to me? Why are you talking to me like that? I don't understand. Sarah, will you pick up the phone? Sarah, pick up the phone. I've been calling you several times for a while. Oh, sorry. I didn't hear the ringing and didn't notice. It's a little noisy around here right now. More than 20 calls and messages? Wow. There's a bigger problem here. You're doing this, aren't you? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. You're breaking down the front gate with heavy machinery right now. I can see it from the balcony. Don't play with your cell phone while you're driving the heavy machinery. You're right. Then let's stop texting. Oh no, wait! I want you to stop operating the heavy machinery. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm not the one driving, so don't worry. You think you can get away with this? This is not funny. I don't think it's funny either. Huh? I seriously don't get it. Are you out of your mind? Let me talk to your mother. She's your husband's mother, so why don't you have some respect for her? Why don't you just come here in person? Why don't you just get out of the house? I don't know what you're going to do to me if I go out there. And what are you going to do by talking to her? At least she's not out of her mind like you. You are seriously crazy. You just show up here with heavy machinery and start tearing things down. I don't think I'm crazy. Of course you are. No matter how you look at it, you're crazy. I'll call the police right now. All right, go ahead. Please call them as much as you want. How can you be so calm? If I call the police now, you'll be arrested for sure, you know? And whoever is operating that machinery too. If you think so, go ahead and call the police and see what happens. Fine. I'm calling the police right now. Prepare yourselves, you bunch of criminals. I'm gonna call the police and I'm gonna kick you out of here. Don't think you'll get away with this. John will break off the relationship with you guys as soon as he finds out who you really are. There's no way I'll forgive you for ruining our baby shower. John is going to be furious. The police arrived. I'll be honest and explain everything. All you can do is just wait for them to come arrest you. Don't worry about that. We're going to be okay. Huh? This is John's mother, or your mother-in-law. I saw a message from you on Sarah's phone. I thought I'd respond on her behalf. Yeah, that will be good. Because your daughter will be arrested by the police as it is. And you're guilty as well, you know that. That woman is really crazy. But seriously, how did you raise her to be like that? I told you, you don't have to worry about us getting arrested. I'm just now explaining the situation to the police. Huh? What do you mean? Sarah won't be arrested by the police, and she has no obligation to pay you any compensation. What are you saying? Are you out of your mind too? I feel sorry for you. If you're too poor, you'll end up being crazy. I guess it's no wonder you can't even think straight. So you're still in front of our house? Yes, we are. I was the one driving the heavy machinery. Huh? Then you're the one who did it. I knew it. You and your daughter are both crazy. I'll have the police arrest you too. Anyway, did you talk to John? This is the only time he isn't home. We had a baby shower and a feast, and then he was gone. I wonder where he went. He's here right now with us. What? Oh, you're right. I can see him from the window. Wait a minute. Why are the police leaving? Looks like they finally understand the situation. It took quite a long time to convince them. Well, let's get back to business. No, wait. I mean, why isn't John stopping you guys? Because we're doing this with his permission. Huh? This is John's private property, and there are no houses nearby. So there's no one to complain about what we destroyed with the heavy machinery. I don't get it. Why would John give you that kind of permission? Do you realize how much he put into building this house? Yes, I do. I'm sure he knows that very well. That's why he wants to tear it down. I don't understand what you're talking about. That's enough. I'm calling him right now. Hey, why is John so angry at me? Why is he more upset with me than you guys? I'm sure it's because he found out you insulted us, his precious family. Huh? No, but he can't possibly know about that because he trusts me so much. I'm sure if I show him this text, he'd have to trust me. No, you can fake any text messages using AI or something, as well as images like screenshots too. I see. So you admit that you insulted us? Yes, I do. Because you are the ones to be insulted. You're the kind of person who should be insulted. Don't blame me for that. Have you forgotten? I'm with John right now, remember? Oh. If he sees the real-time communication with you, I'm sure he would believe me. Because there's no way to fake it. No, wait a minute. No, John, no! I'm sorry. We had a hard time convincing him too. For some reason, he trusted you so much. You must have been so good at deceiving him. What are you going to do now? Break down the gate? And that's the end of it, right? No, I'm going to destroy your entire house. And John is convinced that way too. Huh? Sarah said we should leave it to him, but I couldn't allow John to be with someone like you. Someone who insults his family behind his back. So I showed him all the insulting messages. What? I also told him that you married him for his money and social status. Huh? No, you don't have proof of that. I really love him. Can you really say that? Then what about that young man, Eric? What? You think I don't know that you're having an affair? I found out a while ago. I appreciate that you're having an affair. It was the best thing you could have done to convince John. Why? How? So John decided to tear down this house. So there's no way you can stop me. So you're going to tear down the newly built house? He's crazy too. All three of you are crazy. He trusted you more than anyone else, so his shock is quite big. Let me talk to Sarah for a minute. It's just that she seems the most reasonable person now. Yes, of course. Why don't you contact her yourself? This is really messed up. Hey, Sarah, Oh, hey. It's rare you call me by my name. What in the world is that all about? I've heard a lot of things, and in the end I thought it would be best to talk to you. You were just listening to John and your mother, weren't you? No, I'm the one who got the heavy machinery ready, and I'm the one who started talking about tearing down the house. My brother has the money anyway, so he can build another house, and he didn't even want to see this house anymore. I see. I knew you were crazy too. Okay, then let me talk to John. He's not answering his phone. My brother is in no condition to talk to you right now. I knew it. He's in a lot of shock, isn't he? He had a crush on me, so no wonder. No, it's not that. He's screaming out of excitement as the gate's being torn down. What? It feels good to see something that's just been built break down, isn't it? So I've married into a crazy family. Even if it's not us, anyone would end up unhappy if they're involved with you. Shut up! I'm definitely the only one in the world going through this. It's your fault because you started talking about destroying the house with heavy machinery. I was going to come over to your house with a hammer to beat you up. Would you have preferred that? What? You were the kind of person who would insult my mother, and I'm not going to let you get away with it free. No, wait. You're kidding, right? Of course I'm not kidding. But my mother says that the pain from a beating will disappear in a few days, so it's boring. So I decided to destroy the one thing you don't want me to destroy the most. You've been bragging to us about this house for years, haven't you? Your way of thinking is too insane. Plus, by losing the trust of my brother, you will have nothing left. A little injury can heal over time, but what you have lost, no amount of time will bring it back. What did I even do to deserve such punishment? I just made fun of you guys a little. Because you insulted my mother in front of me. I appreciate and respect my mother more than anyone else for raising me all by herself. The same goes for my brother. She worked very hard to earn enough money for him to get into law school. It must have been very hard for her. Just thinking about it brings tears to my eyes. I get why you guys adore your mother, but she's seriously insane. You don't know anything about her. When I was a teenager and went against her, she beat me up to teach me to be a good person. She even threatened me with, well, you can imagine on your own. You don't need to know everything. So you have a hammer with you now? That's right. By the way, I never hit anyone with it yet. I've decided to use it when I meet someone in my life that I just can't forgive. Are you talking about me? Who else is there? In my hometown, there was no one who would talk to us like that. I've put up with it until now because of my brother, but I think I've reached the end of my patience. Wait a minute. Please forgive me. Don't hit me. You were not even worth it. I don't want to commit any unnecessary sins either. I appreciate you not hitting me, but I quit my job to marry John. I don't even have any savings. How am I going to live from now on? How am I supposed to know that? Why don't you try living at the bottom, the life you've been making fun of for so long? Well, I guess it's impossible for a sweet girl like you, right? How much more trouble do you have to cause me? Okay, my dad is the CEO of a famous company. With his power, I could easily crush you. If his daughter is such a scumbag like you, I'm sure he wouldn't want to have anything to do with you. Shut up! I'll never forgive you, John, or your mother. I'll make you regret that you ever stood up to me. So, that's what you're going to say after all. Huh? Hey, what did you do? What do you mean? Did you lock yourself out in the balcony? You did this! You locked me out from behind! Just open the door! You don't deserve to enter this mansion. You're going to have to work your way up from the bottom from now on. I'm still going to call the police, you bunch of criminals! I'm going to call the police and I'm going to kick you guys out. Don't think you'll get away with this. John will break off the relationship with you as soon as he finds out what you really are. You must have found out that my brother's also crazy because of you, right? Well, we're not afraid of anything, so you can call whoever you want. Be prepared. I'll make sure you can't even come near this house. And John, I'll make sure he never contacts you guys again. You can leave it to my brother to decide what he wants to do with us. But don't think you'll get away with this for free. What's your point? If you insist on suing us for breaking down your gate, we will take countermeasures too. We have proof that you insulted my mother, that you tried to get rid of us. All of it. What's with that stupid threat? I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying you should take responsibility. Responsibility? What are you talking about? You guys just came in here on your own. We are just here as a family to celebrate my brother's baby. The problem is that you insulted us and tried to kick us out. Insulting? I was just telling you the truth. That insult is a problem. And if you don't admit it, we will take legal action against you. You've got to be kidding me. I don't want to pay any fees. You people are the reason I'm in this mess. Then go ahead and do whatever you want. We won't keep quiet either. I'm suing you for what you've done. Prepare yourselves. Fine. Let's both reveal the truth in court. I look forward to the day when your true nature is revealed. After that, I took legal action against Tanya's insults and ruthless behavior and fought it thoroughly. In court, all of her actions were revealed, and she had to admit to insulting us and kicking us out, and she was finally ordered to pay alimony. Of course, my brother divorced her. She left the mansion and her life changed completely. I don't even know where she is now. I only heard that she is leading an unhappy life. She brought this to herself and she deserves it. My family and I are now at peace. I am enjoying my work and private life with my mother. My brother has renewed his life and is fulfilling his duties.
Hello, Sally. Why do you still refuse to listen to me? I heard that you're going on a business trip again today. You've been married for 13 years, and you're still stubborn that you don't want to dedicate yourself to do the house chores more often. It seems you've never learned how to be a good wife. Oh, not again. Can you please stop texting me just to let me know about how bad I am as a wife every lunch break at work? It's supposed to be my break time, but I can't take a proper rest because I end up having to deal with you, Helena. Especially on a busy day like today when I'm on a business trip. We live together so we can talk to each other after I get home. I really don't want to be bothered since I'm busy with my work this afternoon. That's why I'm telling you to get off your ass and quit your job. It's not like you're making much money anyway. Even if you quit, your workplace will still be running without a hitch. It's so disrespectful of you to say you're busy. Besides, you have something more important to be done. I think the reason you're not pregnant very often is because you're working. You are already in your 30s and you're not getting any younger. You need to have a baby soon. That's why I want you to stop working. I understand what you're saying, but if I stop working, we won't be able to make a decent living. I don't think it's the right time for me to have a baby. And it isn't easy to just quit my job. I will not have a child until I have enough money saved up. You really are a stubborn woman. Are you telling me that you can't live on my son's earnings alone? That's right. We've talked about this over and over again, didn't we? It's unbelievable. Oh my God. I really don't know why an impudent woman like you came to marry my son. As for me, I was so upset at how modest the amount of the salary was when my husband showed me his payslip. It's really annoying for me to talk about the same thing every day during my lunch break. Huh? My lunch break will finish soon, so please excuse me.
Hey, Sally, it seems that you said something terrible to my mother.
Something terrible?
Like how you don't want to deal with my mom, so you don't call her to text you during your lunch break at work? I heard that you sneered at her for defending me. You said that it's stressful for you to deal with her and so on. She was sad and hurt. She's your mother too, even though both of you are not blood related. You should take a better care of her and respect her more.
Give me a break. I guess that's what everyone will say in this case.
What do you mean?
Your mom is blaming me for everything, and she's talking bad about me in a way that suits her. I said those things to your mom for a good reason, and I wasn't treating her badly. I'm the one who's upset because of what your mom told me.
What? How dare you said that to my mom? She isn't guilty.
Okay, I got it. That's enough. I've been coping with this for about 13 years.
I don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
Never mind about that. I'm at a hotel on a business trip, and I'm just reconfirming the documents I need to submit tomorrow. I need to end this conversation.
Hey, I haven't finished talking with you yet.
Sally, I heard you're on a business trip again today. Yes, I am. You'll be back the day after tomorrow, right? Yes, I will. Is there any possibility of a change of plans? For example, you wouldn't come back a day early or something like that. I can't say. It depends on the situation. Is there a problem with that? Nothing, just checking. I see. Okay then. Ethan, what does this mean?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I just came back from a business trip, and when I arrived at our house, it seems that all of the furniture and dishes are gone, leaving only my stuff in the house. And there are divorce papers on the living room floor. Could you tell me why?
It's exactly just like what you saw. I'm divorcing you. After talking it over with Mom, we decided to start living separately with you, so we moved out.
Why did you do this today? Did you plan this with your mom? You know that today is our 13th wedding anniversary, don't you? I came home as early as I could to prepare the feast for our anniversary tonight.
Really? Too bad then. I'm sorry for you that you ended up getting divorced on your wedding anniversary.
I know that's not an answer, but I don't care anymore. So are you saying that your mom agrees with the separation and divorce?
That's what I meant.
Understood. But you'll still have to fulfill the necessary responsibilities that come with a divorce.
Responsibilities? Oh, you mean the divorce papers? I don't know why you're in such a hurry, but I've filled my part in the divorce papers. All you have to do is to fill your part and file them. That's it. I'm fulfilling my last responsibility as your husband by doing that. Before you all get dressed up and accuse someone, you might want to check it out. Maybe you were so shocked by the divorce that you couldn't see what was going on in front of you. I guess you're too excited to come home on our anniversary day, weren't you?
Let me ask you something.
What?
What are you going to do with your living expenses from now on?
Excuse me?
Your mom doesn't work, right? You're going to support her with your earnings. What do you think about that? Did you think carefully about that before you decided to divorce me?
Of course. Mom and I have my father's inheritance, so it doesn't matter at all even if you're not here.
I see. Are you sure you want to file for divorce?
Yes, I'm sure. Just file those papers as soon as possible.
I'll think about it. Sally, as expected, you're home already, right? Ethan and I have nothing to deal with you anymore. The two of you will be divorced. Looks like now is your turn. What do you mean? I got a message from Ethan telling me about the divorce and moving out. I've heard most of what he said, so I'm done. Oh, I didn't know about that. Then there's only one thing I can say. I want to have a grandchild as soon as possible. I think the best thing for me to do is to ask you to step aside and take a new bride in. A new bride? Didn't Ethan tell you about that? Molly is pregnant with his child, and he wants to be married before the baby is born. No, I haven't heard about that at all. Who is Molly? She's a fine woman compared to you, who never fulfills your duties as a wife. I'm sure she'll make a wonderful wife. Since you are so unreliable as a wife, I have already told Ethan to go out with a better woman. So she's the one Ethan was having an affair with. By the way, I'd like to ask you something. Go on. What are you going to do with your living expenses? Huh? If Ethan divorces me, it means you also can no longer rely on my earnings. I don't know if Molly, whose name you just mentioned, is working. She's pregnant, so I made her leave her job. With that, she can have more time with her family. Okay then, so the three of you will be living on Ethan's earnings alone. Yes, that's right. Are you sure you can handle it? You're so rude. Of course we will be fine. After all, Ethan's monthly income is twice of yours. I can live on that without any problems at all. I beg your pardon? Twice of my income? Ethan doesn't make that much money. You're kidding me! The paycheck you showed me before was about $3,000, right? I heard that Ethan earns twice of that, so that would mean he earns $6,000 a month. That's the opposite. The opposite? I'm the one who earns twice. Seriously? I thought you won't believe me, so I decided to show you the payslip. But I didn't realize you had such a big misunderstanding about that. What do you mean? So are you saying that you earn $6,000 per month? That's a lie, because your statement was definitely $3,000 take-home pay. I saw it with my own eyes. You're wrong. Let me put it in simple terms. You are correct that my take-home pay is $3,000 per month, but Ethan earns about half of that. That means $1,500 a month. Stop telling me lies! You didn't even notice about that, even though we're living under the same roof? Your son has changed his job multiple times. In 13 years since we got married, he has changed his job for 7 times. 7 times? I didn't notice that at all. The longest he's lasted is a little over 3 years. He usually leaves after 1 or 2 years. After changing jobs, he needs to start from scratch again. There's no way he's going to get a raise by doing that. That's why you and him were living on my salary. Why didn't you tell me earlier about that? Ethan said he would tell you himself, so I kept out of the matter. I didn't expect him lying to you, trying to look good. Wait a minute. If that's true, how could Ethan divorce you, the breadwinner? No matter how much Molly is important to him, I don't think he would do that. According to his message earlier, he said that both of you will be fine with the inheritance left by his dad. No kidding! There's no such thing from the beginning. I'm sure that's true. Your husband was a man of lavish spending. Anyway, why don't you and your son talk about it face to face once? Apparently, you and Ethan overestimate and depend on each other too much that you are catastrophically lacking in the crucial discussion.
Hey, Sally, I'll give you a chance.
What? Did you have a discussion with your mom?
Yes, I did. I'm going to tell you the result now. Listen to me carefully.
No, I don't want to.
I'll tell you that the only way you don't have to get a divorce from me is to give everything you earn to me and Mom. In other words, Mom and I will be in charge of the household finances from now on. I'll give you $100 as a monthly allowance and you'll deal with that. If you agree to these terms, we won't get divorced, and I'll tell you where we're moving.
I see.
If you want to be a family with me in the future, you're going to have to put up with me treating you like an ATM. The truth is, I want to divorce you, but my kind-hearted mother said that she wants to save you. Accept it gratefully, respect us from now on, and work hard and diligently as a wife.
I can't, because I'm going to live in the United Kingdom.
No way! United Kingdom?
A while ago, the company approached me about an overseas assignment, or at least hinted at it. And I was wondering about that. But you and your mom said that you were moving out and you want to divorce me. That's what made me decide to take the plunge. I guess I should thank you guys for giving me the push. I need to improve my career, right?
Huh?
So, I'm getting a divorce and I'm accepting the offer of an overseas assignment.
What?
They asked me if I was willing to take a permanent assignment and live there. So I said yes to them today. I'll come back to the US only for vacation or stuff like that.
No way! The divorce papers are already filed.
Yeah, I filed those this morning before work to sort things out. You told me to file them as soon as possible, so I did. I did as you wanted and got them out right away. Is there a problem?
There's nothing but problems. I've been told that I won't get my father's inheritance, which I was counting on. How am I supposed to make a living since my mom doesn't work?
Well, you better think about that by yourself and solve it. Anyway, I'm going to charge you alimony for your infidelity.
Alimony? Why?
I'm sorry. I know you thought you were hiding it from me, but I was fully aware of it and have been gathering evidence since a while ago. And your mom talked about Molly, the woman you're having an affair with, on WhatsApp yesterday. I pretended not to know and asked her. She was bragging about it.
What?
I was laughing so hard, thinking that you and your mom should work together a little better. I've already asked my lawyer to take care of everything else. We're strangers now.
Sally, wait!
Hey, Sally, we got a content certified mail. How do you know where we're moving to? That house is an empty house managed by your husband's brother, right? Huh? He complained to me that Ethan and you are living there without permission. What? The divorce has already been finalized, so I'm not related to you and Ethan anymore. But your husband's brother was very angry, so I told him about what had happened. He agreed to cooperate with me until the matter is settled. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the content certified mail you received. Let me put it simply. I'm going to demand compensation for infidelity, so Ethan needs to pay me in one lump sum. That's what it says. Alimony? Why does my son have to pay alimony? Ethan cheated on me, and I have the right to demand it. By the way, Molly has already paid it. What? Ethan told her that he has his father's inheritance that never existed. In fact, she lied about the pregnancy, said she'd leave him if he didn't give her money, and went back to the countryside. She's a fast runner, isn't she? Her pregnancy was a lie? Then what about my grandchildren? You won't see any of them anywhere at the moment. What? By the way, Sally, you can get back together with Ethan. I don't want to. I'm going to the United Kingdom. United Kingdom? Ethan should know about this, but it seems that we're not exchanging enough information again. Or are you so overconfident in your son that you don't want to embarrass him whom you trust? How dare you talk to me that way? Just ask Ethan about the details, okay? Hold on a second, Sally. Goodbye. So that's how it is. Now, I'm moving to the head office to prepare for an overseas assignment, and I'm planning to go to the United Kingdom in 6 months. When I told my parents who live in the countryside, they said that they'll sell the family house and go there with me. My company has arranged the company housing for us, and we are currently living there temporarily with my parents. The other day, my ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law, after paying alimony, stormed into my parents' house, which had already been sold. It seems that they came to ask me to pay back the alimony because they could no longer live on their debts. They destroyed the yard, broke a window and broke in, and the police were called. As a result, the current owner, a real estate agent, charged them with a lot of money and ended up increasing the amount they need to pay. They are now both insulated from all relatives and continue to work day and night just to pay off their debts.
Heather, is this a good time for you? I have something important to tell you. Please listen to me carefully.
What's wrong, honey?
I know it's not really something I should be saying on a message like this, but
Just tell me now, okay? I need to know.
I'm sorry, but I want a divorce.
What? Why?
Actually, I'm going to be working for a subsidiary company for the rest of the year. I don't think I can go back there.
Oh, I see.
I was supposed to be able to come back at the end of the year, but due to some personal issues, it's been decided that I'm going to stay here until retirement.
I see. But why does that mean we're getting a divorce?
Because you're a full-time employee with an important position. Also, Mary just got a job at the company she wanted to work for. And Jerry doesn't want to quit from the high school he worked so hard to get into, right? I can't ask all of you to come here since you all have your own futures there. I think it's best for everyone's happiness to stay where they are. That's why the best solution is for us to get divorced, so that we can stop worrying about each other.
I guess you're right. Mary and Jerry are both grown up now. I'm sure they'll be fine without their father.
Of course, if you have any problems, I'm always here for you.
Okay, let's have a divorce.
Thanks for your understanding. I'm glad that we managed to get an amicable divorce. You're such a good wife, Heather, and I'm proud to be your husband. Thanks to you that I can focus on my work with peace of mind.
You really think so?
Yeah, I really do.
I mean, you're not saying that I'm a good wife, but you're saying that I'm just a convenient wife, aren't you?
Huh?
I rather consider myself a reasonable person. I'm the type of person who sassily throws away trash I don't need. Besides, it's not your job that you're devoted to. It's your affair, isn't it?
Of course not. What are you talking about? Huh?
I already know that you had an affair with a young woman while you were working alone.
What? How come?
When Mary was on a company leisure trip, she was staying at the same hotel as you guys. Moreover, I heard that you didn't notice Mary at all when you walked past her in the hallway.
Oh, I didn't notice that she was there.
When she came home, she reported in tears that her father had found himself a young woman. Mary said that you were so infatuated with the young woman that you didn't even recognize your own daughter. Shame on you, Gordon.
No, that's a misunderstanding. Mary must have seen me together with my co-worker. She is a grown-up now, but she's still young, so I think she must have misunderstood that.
No need for excuses. After receiving that report, I hired a detective to investigate. The young woman is a daughter of the branch manager who is your boss, right? Her name is Miranda. You incurred the branch manager's wrath, so you were fired for various reasons and became unemployed. Now, you're living with Miranda, who is disowned by her parents, and you're her pimp.
I see. You already know that much. Then it can't be helped. That's right. I was having an affair.
So you finally admit it. Listen, here's the deal. I'll agree to a divorce, but I'm also going to charge you exactly what you owe me in alimony.
Wait a minute.
What?
If you've done an investigation on us, you'd know that we don't have enough money to pay for the alimony.
So what?
So, since we're at this point, I'm gonna go easy on you. Why don't you pay for my alimony?
Excuse me? Do you even know what alimony means?
I know. You tried to get me to pay you alimony because I'm bad, right?
Then why are you saying those words? There's no way anywhere in the world that a victim would pay alimony to a perpetrator.
Actually, Miranda is pregnant and apparently it's twins. I'm sure it's going to cost me a lot of money.
So you're asking me for alimony?
Why not? You've always earned more money than me, and I'd really like to ask you to pay for the child's upbringing. Just like Mary and Jerry, the unborn child is my precious child. I want to raise them the same way.
Are you out of your mind?
Huh?
People say having an affair makes you crazy, and looks like it's really true.
Hey, you can't talk that way to me no matter how much you want to.
All you care about is your unborn child, but we have Mary and Jerry too. Mary witnessed her father's infidelity and she's mentally damaged. Jerry is so angry that he said he's going to do everything he can to get rid of you. Not only they are fine without their father, but everyone is working together to get rid of you.
So tell them this. Even though I'm away from them, I'll always think of you all. They will always be my beautiful daughter and son.
Message from Jerry. He said that he doesn't want a father who is stupid and you must pay for the alimony and get the hell out of our life. Mary agrees with that too.
What? Are both of them there? Mary! Jerry, let's talk!
Jerry says not to ever call yourself his father again since you are an adulterer. Mary is nodding at his words. Well, that's the way it is. I'm going to follow the children's opinion and file for alimony against you.
Wait a minute. I've got a life over here.
I don't give a shit. I've hired a lawyer, so I'll have him visit you there in the near future.
Heather, wait! Let me talk to you for a minute. I've told you that I don't have any money.
Please go into debt or whatever you have to do and pay for your alimony.
I'm going to have twins, and you want me to borrow money?
Why don't you turn your stupid brain around and think of a better solution then? I'm gonna block you from now on. Goodbye, son of a bitch. After this, my ex-husband was so desperate to stop the divorce that it took him 3 months to finally file it. He needs to pay for the alimony in a lump sum, although he couldn't get much, so he had no choice but to borrow money. I was told that my earnings would be sufficient to pay for Jerry's upbringing. I do not receive any child support money for Jerry because he said that he would rather earn it himself than use the money received from an idiot adulterer. However, my ex-husband seems to be a pimp even now that their child is born. He has been asking me for child support by letter, and for some reason, he even asked me to get back together with him. He still seems to be the idiot he was. Naturally, I've been ignoring him, but I'm considering moving out and banning him from seeing me.